3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now Pickett. He'll buy some time right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris, a 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys are able to extend their lead. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10.
Someone sent a comment and some crazy shit on my stream. I had to reset it. That shit works right.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Tyson Alualu gets in there and drops him. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 3rd down, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this throw will be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
It's a jet sweep. Trubisky pops it forward. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Out to his left. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for run play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Steps away to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Still losing. Come on.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
What? Off the PlayStation, I didn't know I could do it. Just got a good face cam.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go Madison up the middle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Here's Cook again. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Jukes by again. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 36 yards on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Kevin O'Connell choosing to lead his guys out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Complete at the 1. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Dancing to his left. Got an open man. It's Pickens. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 67 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Boswell.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Nwangu from his end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Cook up the gut.
Oh, good run.
And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 105 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. Oh, he fakes a spike. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Got an open man. Finding
he
Jefferson.
breaks so quick.
Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
I'm not even
How
click
about that for
on
an
this.
answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Okay.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Harris running straight ahead. And some space here. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now Pickett will look to pass it. Rolling to his right. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over.
My boy is
out of
9
bounds.
for 9.
The Pickett finding Johnson there.
For
First down,
190
Steelers.
yards. 2 touchdowns.
They hand this off to Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
12 for 12, 208
So
yards,
goal,
2
6
touchdowns.
Going a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Fuck it. We're going to make it 13 for 13 for 210 yards and 3 touchdowns. All right. I mean, you can't get no better than that, right?
Pickett will look to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right.
No, we need the completion. We need.
Why'd
I do that? Why'd I do that? Come on, I just ruined it. Just ruined it. Just fucking ruined it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett finding Pat Freiermuth. And the Steelers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career.
GG's, bro.
If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fixing to get off till later. Probably go get a face cam.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Battle back from a 2-score deficit. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Now Cousins. His throw incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Cousins. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Well, a throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the air again, it's Cousins. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw is Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
3rd and goal for Cousins. Touchdown.
No.
KJ Osborne from 6 yards away. And the Vikings are back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Pickett being chased out left.
Oh, 13 for 16, 210.
Game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Gotta give you the game.
On the give, this is Harris.
Come on,
and he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now Pickett on 4th down.
Good defense, bro.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going
Kenny
out.
Pickett went off
that
this game,
a
bro.
backbreaker as they wind up converting there on
No,
4th.
Kenny Pickett
Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this
game.
offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense. And now, as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Get off me, bro. That was just disgusting. That was disgusting.
First and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially sort
Nasty.
this one away.
Nasty.
To throw. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love it.
Hold on, bro. I gotta see these stats, bro. I gotta see these stats. I got to. He's got a pass 158.3. 14 for 17. 217 yards. 82 point percentage rating. 4 touchdowns. 0 interceptions. Averaging 12.7. Longest is 67. That's passing. Rushing now. 5 rushes for 87 yards, averaging 17.4. Wow, as long as it's 35. Now that's just disgusting, big dog. Let's go. Sorry, I just had to see that for myself. Kenny Pickett did that work. If you've never seen that play where Kenny Pickett, he was running down halfway down the middle of the field and he went to go hit the fake slide. Juked out like 4 defenders and took it in for the touchdown.
Seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he?
That catch
and you know
right
what I mean by
disgusting.
that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and
disgusting.
extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Nasty.
Extra point now by Boswell. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the
Well, I'm
touchdown.
gonna get off this shit for a little bit. Play later, big dog.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Fitney. It's fitting. Fitting.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you...
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.